So imagine this. You eagerly boot up a game, ready for an adventure and fun. You explore, taking in the eerie surroundings until distant barks signal impending danger. And able to react in time, suddenly you find yourself in a life or death battle with two menacing dogs, and inexperienced as you are, meet an untimely demise not even 5 minutes into the game. Welcome to the relentless gameplay loop of Fear and Hunger. I'm Chaosive, and let me tell you a little bit about this terrifying yet beautiful game and why you should play it. First of all, you're gonna want to forget what you know about standard RPGs. Fear and Hunger's gameplay is a wicked journey through ominous corridors, all the while encountering really grotesque enemies where fear is your only constant companion. It's not much like others in its genre, like for example, the soul-crushing experience that is Amori, or the terrifying high school trauma dump session that is the Corpse Party series. Combat demands strategic thinking, introducing a unique limb-cutting mechanic. For example, severing an ogre's legs can tip the skills in your favor, transforming a seemingly impossible battle into what is now a manageable encounter by making the enemy lose its balance, making it easier for you to hit their head, which kills almost every, not all, fuck you Chromaler, enemies instantly. In this game is also a stat. Your mind will lower as you play through the game, and if it gets too low, well, let's just say your character takes a voluntary trip to heaven. Combat is really just unforgiving and almost straight up mean. Every encounter feels like, and really is, a life or death situation where you can lose a run in all your progress at any time. Fear and Hunger is a game that excels at presenting players with moral dilemmas and choices that actually carry weight. These decisions shape the narrative and can lead to various outcomes, making each playthrough a unique and haunting experience depending on what you choose. For example, there is a girl you can find in the early parts of the dungeon. You can trade her later on or keep her in your party where she's virtually useless the majority of the game. If you want to keep a useless character in your party, she does give tremendous help in the late game areas and can serve for a cushion for damage at the very least, which sounds fucked because it is. And if you choose to trade her for a better weapon or spells, the dude you trade her to is a little too excited about it, if you get what I'm trying to say. As much as the deep, funny Catman looks cool and can help you actually quite a bit if you give her to him, he's actually just a genuinely terrible person, like most of the people in this game are, actually. Anyways, there's a bit more I wanted to talk about with this game, and first, let's mention the coin flip mechanic. It helps add an extra layer of tension whenever you fight an enemy. Whether facing insta-kill attacks or exploring for valuable items, successful flips reward you with items for your party, or in battle letting you live one more graceful turn. Now imagine entering the game with no items, and every chest's contents are dictated by RNG. Fear and Hunger is a game of luck and mainly survival. Winning a battle might not yield physical rewards like EXP or items, but the knowledge gained is invaluable, shaping your approach to subsequent encounters. Now let's talk about the amazing sound design this game has. Fear and Hunger's atmosphere is amplified by eerie whispers, spine-chilling ambient noises, and gripping soundtracks. It's also an auditory horror experience that immerses you in the game's nightmarish world. It grips you with its auditory horror. Like, come on bro. Imagine listening to this track at night, you would like shit your pants immediately, as would I. The constant oppressive atmosphere sets the stage for the psychological horror that awaits you throughout the game's duration. Tracks like Eastern Wind or Endless Loop only add to the constant tension of the game's atmosphere. There are also just some great tracks in this game, my personal favorite being Mahab Streets or Basement of Flies. Now, if you thought what I've mentioned previously about this game was intense, the story and lore of Fear and Hunger take it to an entirely different level. With 4 unique characters to choose from, each with their own lore, your decisions impact the game's 9 possible endings. The narrative unfolds like a nightmarish tapestry, revealing cryptic lore and unsettling truths hidden in the dark corners and halls. With the many gods and deities you can pray to in-game, or even you can devote yourself to marriage with another character. Now, isn't that adorable? And for any Souls fans out there, you can get many books and items that you can read the description of to learn more about the world of Fear and Hunger. Plus, there are intriguing NPCs like Pocket Cat, who we mentioned earlier, and a ton more, adding to the depth of this already very twisted narrative. Now let's talk about Lagarde, a character who's most pivotal to your journey, whose fate affects the entire game's outcome. Timing is crucial. The trick is to find him within 30 minutes or you face the consequences both gameplay and story-wise. With Lagarde having a special ability that could really help your team and is actually useful, unlike some characters, I really think with the gripping, unsettling plot, the game pushes you to the limits of your sanity, crafting a unique blend of horror, strategy, and narrative complexity. Plus, Lagarde is one of the many references to Kentaro Miura's Berserk that are in this game. So for fans of that series, you're in for a treat. As a fan myself, I enjoyed this game quite a bit, no matter how many times I raged because of the Crow Mauler. Fuck you, man, I hate you. It was way too many, by the way. In conclusion, Fear and Hunger isn't just a game, it's a harrowing experience. It challenges you to learn through its brutal gameplay loop, offering a world filled with challenging puzzles, terrifying monsters, and an expansive lore that will very much leave you wanting more. It's an experience that pushes players to their limits, especially with how difficult and unforgiving this game can be most of the time. I'd be lying if I said I didn't rage multiple times playing this game for the first time and every subsequent time after that. Fear and Hunger is a journey worth taking, but be warned, it's really not for the faint of heart. Though luckily there is a version of the game that is completely streamable, meaning they remove most of the grotesque scenes and stuff like that. Give it a chance and you might discover a gem within the madness of Fear and Hunger. Before the video ends, I wanted to take a moment and thank all of you guys for watching so very much. It means the world to me, especially since this is the first video that I will be posting on this channel. But if you don't know me and this is your first bit of exposure to my content, I will also be streaming every week new games and things that I might plan on doing a video on in the near future. I would also like to give a shout out to a good friend of mine, Wise Hat's channel. They helped me a lot with the creation of this video, so the link to their channel will be in the description below. Anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching, and I'll see you soon.